Welcome back to Strawberry Ink, the podcast where we trace true crime stories that challenge our understanding of justice, morality, and the human condition. Today we're covering the deeply emotional and legally complex case of Ellen Gilland, a case that has sparked national debate about love, death, and criminal accountability. It was January 2023 when the quiet hospital in Daytona Beach, Florida, became the site of something unexpected. Ellen Gilland, a 76-year-old woman, caused a scene at the AdventHealth Hospital. Witnesses say she stayed with her husband's body for hours, refusing to leave. What began as an end of life agreement, as Ellen would later describe, quickly turned into a legal and moral crisis. The husband, 77-year-old Jerry Gilland, was dying of cancer. He was in palliative care, which is basically hospice care, and he was suffering in pain. Therefore, Allen took the brave decision to sneak a gun into his hospital room and shoot him. This was because she had asked to have the husband euthanized, but the medical staff did not listen. She was arrested on the spot, and during the encounter with security, she aimed the gun at the guards. Initially, the guards kept her at their main office in the hospital, their headquarters, and then she was taken to the Volusia County Jail that same day, being booked on felonies of first-degree murder and 2 counts of aggravated assault. Her first court appearance came shortly, presided over by Judge Karen Foxman. Ellen appeared virtually from jail via Zoom. Judge Foxman denied bond and ordered that she, for the time being, remain incarcerated at the jail until further developments were made. Ellen hired attorney Matthew Ferry to defend her. In the weeks that followed, another judge, Raul Zambrano, decided that the charges required grand jury confirmation. Therefore, evidence was reviewed by a Volusia County Circuit Court grand jury. But things got more complicated from there due to mounting political and public pressure surrounding the case, especially around euthanasia, agent, and intent. Judge Brian Fagenbaum organized a special grand jury. Assistant State Attorney Mark Interlicio led the prosecution, presenting the case and all available evidence. That grand jury returned with an indictment. It upheld the original charges, murder and the 2 assault offenses, but added a third felony assault charge. The indictment was unsealed, making the full list of charges against Ellen official. Her arraignment came next, this time before Judge Elizabeth Blackburn. Ellen pleaded not guilty to all charges, and in a surprising turn, Judge Blackburn granted her bond, $150,000. That meant that, for a short while, Ellen was out of jail. But freedom did not last long. On February 28, 2025, Ellen took a plea deal. She pleaded no contest to a reduced charge, first-degree manslaughter, along with the assault felonies. The judge handled sentencing. Catherine Weston moved swiftly. Ellen was sentenced to 1 year and 1 day in state prison, plus 12 years of probation. That same day, she was taken back into custody to the Volusia County Jail. That is where she remained until her release last November on the 24th day. just before Thanksgiving. The case, of course, is tragic to its core. Ellen claims that she and Jimmy had a pact, an end of life agreement that turned into something irreversible. She was unable to attend her husband's funeral, which was held on February 4th, 2023, at the Lawman Funeral Home of Daytona Beach. This was a private service, and Jimmy Gilland was cremated. At least now she has access to the ashes. In a system that often struggles to balance empathy and accountability, Ellen Gilland's case forces us to confront difficult questions about aging, autonomy, and what constitutes justice in the twilight of life. Thank you for listening to Strawberry Ink. If this story moves you, unsettled you, or made you think, we encourage you to follow the show and share the podcast. Until next time, stay aware, stay informed, and as always, stay human. Have a good rest of your day.